Well, hello, it's March the 27th. I haven't done a plot update in a while, so I thought I'd do one now because there's a few bits going on, so we'll have a quick look. So down here I have 4 sunflowers. They're getting munched a bit, but they seem to be holding their own, so hopefully I'll get a couple of sunflowers out of this lot. I put these things, these collars around them with spikes on them to stop the slugs, but to be honest it doesn't seem to really work. As you can see, there's holes all over it. That one's faring a bit better, and the ones over there, you know, they're alright. I think one or two of them might die, but you know, if I get 1 or 2, that's fine. Over here are my sweet corn. They're planted in a block, 4x5. They went in about a week ago when it was nice and sunny, but since then it's been absolutely atrocious weather, and as you can see again, the slugs are attacking them. Hopefully they'll bounce back, but I've sown some more just in case. So some backups, I've sown them recently. And my phacelia. This was originally grown as a green manure. And I was going to dig it in, but the bees seem to love it so much, and I like it myself, so I just left it. So, you know, something for the bees. Then over here we have some nasturtiums, and this one is starting to flower already, so that's pretty cool. And a couple more sunflowers. These 2 are looking fine as well, a few holes, but you know. And then I've got my leeks in this crate, so they're going to go in when the first early potatoes come out, the same position. And then I've got my bean frame. The front 6 I haven't planted yet. They're going to be runner beans. I'm waiting for the weather to sort of get a bit better, and then I'll plant them out. And then the back 6 are the runner beans again. And they're getting munched a bit, but they're not doing too badly. I mean, this one is sort of working its way up, which is nice. A few of the others I damaged the tip when I transported them here, so we'll see if they perk back up. They're a variety from Real Seed. They're a Greek variety. They're good in like soups and stuff. You save the bean rather than eating the whole thing like a normal runner bean. And a couple more nasturtiums at the back there, and you can see how much it's rained. It's pretty flooded. And over here as well, it's flooded down there. And then these are my potatoes. Seem to be doing pretty well. This half is the second earlies, and this lot over here are the first earlies. They were getting munched by slugs a bit, but as you can see, they've kind of outgrown that and they seem to be fine. And down here, along this row, we've got radishes. Like you can see, they're a reasonable size. I've eaten a few of these already and thinned them out. And then I did have a row of pak choi along here. It's about the only one that survived, but it's been attacked by flea beetles. But I might get a couple of little pak choi out of this row, but most of them have been eaten. And then this is the allium bed. These are the ones I did from seed. They're still pretty small, so I don't hold too much hope for them, but you never know, they might catch up. And the ones over here are from set, and they're a lot bigger. They were put in similar time, so yeah. I don't know if I'll be doing them from seed again if these ones don't catch up, because they're tiny. And then this row along here is 2 rows of carrots. I think that's the carrot seedlings that have germinated. When they get a little bit bigger, I will thin them out. And I need to weed these beds as well. And there's another row of carrots down there. And again, I need to weed it a little bit before it gets out of hand. And then these are my garlics here. Looking pretty good. And then some more radishes and my parsnips, which I don't think have come up. Well, I can't see any. I mean, I'm not really sure what the parsnip seedlings look like. I think that might be one. And there's a couple more dotted around. I think they're parsnip seedlings, but I don't know. And there's quite a lot of weeds in this bed, but I don't want to weed out the actual parsnips, so I'll wait a little while and see what comes out. Now we're going to go and have a look at my other plot now. So I'll see you again, and we're on my other plot. I've been spending most of the spring working on this, and this is what I've done so far. These are my strawberries. Got about 1, 2, 5, 6, 9 plants. They're doing pretty well. Some flowers on these, and over there, and they're looking much better than they were when they were in my house, in my garden rather. I don't think there was enough sun in my garden because it's covered by trees, so I think these will do a bit better. I'm going to net them when they start producing fruit so the birds don't get them, because as you can see I am surrounded by trees and there are a lot of birds, so yeah. And then in this little strip here I've planted some poppies, but I don't know if they take a while to germinate, and I haven't seen anything come up yet, so I don't hold my breath, but you never know. And then in here, I don't know if you can see really through the netting, is my summer purple sprouting broccoli and my calabrese, but a lot of them are getting absolutely decimated. Like there's one in there, you can't even see it because it's gone. Yeah, it's a bit heartbreaking, but I've got a few backups for the ones that don't make it, and I might sow some more because I don't know if these are going to survive. Lots of slug damage again. I think I might have to resort to some slug pellets this year. I don't really like using them, but I'm going to use the iron phosphate ones. Supposedly are approved by organic growers, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'll use them sparingly. And then these are my blackcurrants. They were taken from hardwood cuttings this year, and they've got leaves on them, so hopefully they'll be doing pretty well, and I'll put them in some pots at the end of the year. And then moving over here, these are my main crop potatoes. Down this row I've got 2 rows. I think these are Golden Wonder. These were getting absolutely battered by slugs. I've been down a couple of times in the night to pick them off, and hopefully I think they've kind of perked back up, so hopefully they do well. And then this bed here, there's nothing in it at the moment, but it's going to be tomatoes. They'll be planted out when the weather's a little bit better, because it's far too rainy and not exactly warm at the moment. And then over here is my French beans, which are absolutely getting destroyed by slugs as well. Big slug problem this year, I guess because of the mild winter and all the rain. So yeah, like you can see, the lower leaves are getting absolutely decimated. And, you know, some of the upper leaves are still sort of hanging on, so we'll see. Again, I'm probably going to use some slug pellets around here, and I have sown some more, so you know, if they don't make it, I'll put some more in. And then in here, I don't think you can see that way, I'll go under like this. These are my kales, and they're kind of, well, that one's getting really eaten, and yeah, I don't know if they're going to make it. They're getting eaten. I've got a few more backups, so we'll see. Anyway, that's it. That's the plot that I've dug so far, the new plot. And then the end bit over here is really weedy. I'm going to side this all down, I think, and then I might cover it with weed membrane. I'm not going to have a chance to dig it in the summer, so probably not going to have to get to deal with it until the autumn. So yeah, that's my plot, and I'll do a quick update of how my seedlings are doing back at home. I'll catch you later. Here's a look at my seedlings at home. Down here I've got 5 cucumbers. They're all looking pretty healthy. In that corner I've got some calendula. Up here I re-sowed some coriander. I've got some poached eggplants, some more marigolds, some lettuce, some mizuna, and lots of basil. I like lots of basil, so I've grown lots of it. Here are my sweet pepper plants. I kind of got eaten by slugs a little bit when I wasn't paying attention. I've sown a few more and hopefully these will perk back up. And then in here are my chilies, which all seem to be doing alright. And then when the weather gets a little bit better, a lot of them will be going on the plot, and a few I will keep here. And here is some of my other stuff. Some of my backups for my broccolis and my calabres. Some more calendula, some chamomile, and lots of nasturtiums. I like nasturtiums, so I planted loads. And I've got some more leeks here as well that are getting a reasonable size. Need to get a bit bigger, but they'll be going on the plot as well. And then I'll just go inside to have a look at the last lot of seedlings. And then here is my seedlings inside. Here's my tomatoes. They're all looking pretty good. These are pretty big now. I've been hardening these off on nice days, but I haven't had many nice days for the last week or so. It's just been raining, so they've been inside. Here's some of more of my runner beans, starting to get pretty big. Some sweet peppers, some basil, some parsley, and then here are all my courgettes, pumpkins and butternut squash at various stages. Started these a little bit late, so they won't be going in for another 2 or 3 weeks, you know, until they bulk up, but the weather's horrible right now, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, catch you guys later.